Guys, I can get on this kind of quality. Well, good morning. Back at it. This time I'm on Kerr Lake. And I am so happy to be here. I love preparation, the chess game that goes into tournament bass fishing. And I'm telling you, we are right smack dab in the middle of pre-spawn here on Kerr. I mean, water temperatures have been low and they're on the rise. We've had several days where it's gotten into the upper 70s. I am fully expecting a really good pre-spawn bite. And we got a tournament here in 2 days, another big BFL, expecting a big crowd, a lot of boats, and we got a lot to figure out. You know, we want to have a good showing. It's very important to put in the time out here. I've come out here a time or two before today, try to work some things out, see some things, see how the lake is fishing. It hasn't been fishing great, for me anyway. So we got a lot to figure out today. We don't have a lot of time to do it in. Got about a day and a half to put it together. Full day today, at least 10 hours, minimum 10 hours. We're gonna fish all over this place. So tag along, see what happens, see if I can find a winning pattern. And that's that. See you out there. Guys, that feels like a daggone. He came off. That felt like a mega fish. I mean, that felt like a mega fish. Running these damn stock hooks. That's why I rarely, if ever, run stock hooks. And I kept them on though, like was practice. But it's Thursday, so I shouldn't care too much to stick to. I mean, one or two. My God, I got to take the doggone stock hooks off of that. My goodness, that felt like, honestly, felt like a striper. It was so big, but it was way up there on the bank, so I don't think it was a striper. Either way, it's a bite. That is a bite. There he is again. Holy smokes. She's taking me all under the boat. It might be a rockfish. All right, so a couple things. Number one, it's not a bass. It's a big giant rockfish. But number two, what I tell you about swapping out them treble hooks. As soon as I swapped them out, and like I think the next cast or two, bang, got him. So there's obviously a school of rock here. They're fun to catch and all, but it's just not my cup of tea. That also tells me that I don't think that them rockfish would be here for no reason. I mean, right? They're here to eat. They're here to daggone do the same thing the bass are doing. Well, maybe not the same thing because it is pre-spawn and there should be moving to the back of these pockets and stuff. I don't think the rock are going to spawn back here. But in general, if the rock are here, the bass should be here with them somewhere. So that was cool. That was cool. And swapping out your treble hook makes a big difference sometimes. Alright, I'm on a big school of rock. And all they're gonna do is tear my doggone treble hooks up. Maybe even lose a crankbait or two, and I can't have that. I mean, the rock are vicious. We call them rockfish, we northern folks. Probably call them like stripers or striped bass, or I don't know. I mean, you boys want to come catch some rockfish, I can put you on them. Look how big this damn thing is. It ain't the biggest one I've ever caught. I think I caught a 12 pounder, 13 pounder last year on Smith Mountain Lake. She's getting on up there. It's craziness. Bada bing, bada boom. Now I'm gonna tell you what, I didn't catch that fish because of the power poles, but it makes it so much easier when you can power pole down and just sit there and not worry about nothing. I probably would have caught that fish regardless on this particular fish, but it made it so much easier, and he ate this thing some kind of good. Huh. Well, good grief, man. That's a chunky keeper. She's all over 1 3/4 pounds, definitely 14. I don't even need to measure. It's a chunky fish. Still a little white. You can tell they've been back here in this little muddy stained water. But she came out of about 3 foot of water. Anything you can tell me about yourself? Nothing in your mouth? Nothing in your throat? Nope. Huh. Not terrible. Not terrible. I don't even think this one counts. It's not even worth talking about. Guys, I can get on this kind of quality. £3 pretty fish. Wind-blown Rocky Point. Feels good. That feels good. And the coolest thing about it is I caught that fish on a jig that I built. I got daggone sick and tired of paying $5 for a jig. So I actually built my own. I'll make another video about that sometime. That's not the point. But it's good to catch a fish of that quality in practice. Kind of gives me an idea. Now that's 2 fish off of rock. So that helps me a ton. You know, that helps me trying to figure out a pattern here. Water temperature is now in the 50s. When I got here, it was 47 at the county line boat ramp. Now we're sitting here and it's 50 some odd degrees. 50.19, I think is what I saw up there. So, it's looking good. It's definitely fishing better now than it did this past weekend, for sure. Well, fellas, I am sorry to say that's the end of day 1 of practice here. I mean, I don't know what happened. I was feeling pretty good at about 9 o'clock. You know, I just caught that chunky 3-pounder. I was feeling really good. And then I went like 7 hours and didn't get a bite. I have no idea what happened. I have no idea why I couldn't get bit. I have no idea where the fish are. I did leave the area I was at this morning. I spent about 2 or 3 hours in there, and I left that area and tried to find new stuff, and I could not. And it's kind of disheartening. But I mean, I've been here, done this before. I've had that, you know, that kind of thing happen before. Not a big deal, but man, it would have helped my confidence a great deal if I could have got bit. So we're gonna call it right there, put it back on the trailer. The wind is howling. It's got to be blowing 25 miles an hour out here. And so we're gonna put it back on the trailer, digest everything that happened today, and see if we can put the final pieces to the puzzle together tomorrow. Appreciate you watching day 1. Well, back at it again. You know, when you go 7 hours without a bite, it kind of has an effect on your psyche a little bit. And a lot of bass fishing is confidence. So confidence was a little shot yesterday, but I've been doing this so long, I know not to be affected by the highs and lows of tournament practice. So looking back, what I can say though is I don't think I was fishing right. Now I do think I was fishing in areas yesterday that were not holding fish. Like there was no activity, no diving birds, no bait balls, nothing on live scope, just like the Dead Sea type stuff. So maybe I've eliminated some water yesterday, but mainly today I'm going to change how I fish. I fished deep a little too much yesterday, and I think these fish are shallow. I really do. Going back to last weekend, every single fish I've caught has been in like dirt shallow. Even when I was sitting in deeper water, I was throwing up shallow. So we're going to change how we fish today, not just where we fish. We're going to change our angles and our approaches, and hopefully be able to find something, because tournament is tomorrow, and normally I only fish half days on Fridays, but today's another full day because I just feel like I need to find as many things as possible, as many areas as possible, and right now we just don't have anything figured out really. So that's that. Let's see how the day goes. Appreciate you watching. All right, fellas, I'm starting to get a little worried. It's 8:30. I have not had a bite again. What in the world? I'm really getting worried. I mean, times like this, it makes you really question yourself. Like, should you even be doing this right now? I think I'm going on 6, 7. I think went on 10 hours without a bite, counting yesterday. So I don't know. I'm in Eastland Creek right now, and it looks really good. I'm fishing this rock here, trying to stay shallow, and I stayed shallow. I just don't know. I don't know what I need to be doing. I know somebody somewhere is catching them pretty good. He's going to take 20 pounds to win this tournament. And at this point, I'm questioning whether I'll be able to catch a keeper. So, let's get back to it. Wow, about time. About freaking time. Man, it has been a grind. It's 10:30. I mean, it was getting doggone down near depressing. And you just saw me throw on that rock. Well, I don't know if you saw me or not, but I just threw on that rock a bunch of times. That's a chunky fish right there. God, his belly's, look at see his belly. Little chunky fella. Oh, put it back in and we'll talk about it. Oh, so yeah. I mean, it was getting depressing. It really was. That thing ate it. Crankbait was way down in his mouth. I threw on that rock and I threw on that rock 4 or 5 times. Finally ate it. I don't know if that tells me a lot. I do know this feels good to get bit, because I was not feeling too good there for a while. And that fish was chunky. I mean, that fish was touching 3 pounds. That's the kind you need out here. 5 of them. 4 of them in a kicker. So, fishing is a straight up mental game. I'm telling you. It is a mental game. And that fish just helps me mentally. It really does. Help me kind of refocus in. And it also helps me realize that maybe I just need to like focus solely on rock. Like, don't worry about lay downs. Don't worry about long sloping points. That fish come out of 2 foot of water on that big rock. So, and it's the first, I want to say it's the first crankbait fish I've had this week. Yeah, I've caught nothing but jig fish. So, my fish helps. 10:30, still got a ways to go. I'm gonna see if I can find some more rock like that. Definitely not gonna cast any more on that. Not gonna cast anywhere close to here. But I am gonna look for some more stuff like that looks a lot like that. And then when I find it, fish it very methodically. Got one, guys, and there's a boat right there. God knows it feels like a good one. Holy smokes. I just had one got off and I threw back in there a couple more times and boink. Alright, let's do this quickly. Get these boys on sea. there looking at me. Guys behind me. Got it good. I'm gonna go and tell you right now, this is where I'm gonna start my morning at tomorrow. This is where I'm starting at. I just basically caught 2 fish. One got off, and I got the other one. That's cool. All right, this is where I'm starting at in the morning. Well, that's gonna do it. I think that's a decent way to end the day. It's by far the most productive thing I've seen in 2 days here. I threw up there on this little shallow rocky point, saw one eat it, and he came off about halfway back to the boat, and then I saw him swim under the boat. He was like he was running this way, and he got off and just swam under the boat. I saw that on live scope, which is awesome. And then another cast or 2 later, I threw right back up there, and I felt like I could because that one got off. And I caught another one, that chunky 2-pounder, back to back like that. Got that one off and trolled up there, back on the top of that spot, and I saw more fish swimming around on top of that. Obviously, I didn't throw back on it. So that's honestly where I'm gonna start tomorrow. I have a plan. Practice has not been great, but I do have a plan. And we'll just see how it plays off. I think every day's a little bit different. I actually know that yesterday and today kind of fished about the same. Suck. That was kind of how it's been. But every day can be different out here. I really think the damn top's about to blow off this lake. I really do. The water temperature is on the rise. Right now it's 53, just sitting right here. This morning when I got here, it was like 47, sitting right here at this same spot. So water temperature's on the rise. The fish are moving. I think you need to be at the right spot at the right time. And I'm gonna cover some water tomorrow. I'm gonna cover some water. I mean, we're gonna do a lot of running and gunning again until I find a spot that's I feel like will produce. I see a lot of activity. I catch one, you know, we'll spend some time there, but I gotta say I don't feel confident about catching a limit. God knows, I hope I can at least catch 1 or 2 to get some points and stay in the thing. But it's gonna be tough. It would not surprise me if I do very poorly here. It also wouldn't surprise me if I'm able to figure a pattern out and put it together. That rattle trap has caught some fish for me. Not just today, but last weekend as well. That rattle trap is really it's kind of proven itself to me that it will catch fish if I get around the right ones. So with that being said, that's gonna do it. Appreciate you guys watching. I'm trying to show you everything. I'm trying to show you the highs and the lows. And that's tournament fishing. If this was easy, everybody would do it. If you fish just one tournament, you know it ain't easy. It's actually really damn hard. Anyway, appreciate you watching. I'm gonna throw it on the trailer, get ready for tomorrow morning. I'll see you on the next video. Yes! Oh, he ain't zeroing today. Yes! Get in! Boom!